Let's have a look at multiplying and dividing fractions as well. So when we multiply fractions, what we have to do is simply just multiply the top number and the bottom number. So if I've got 3 over 4 and I multiply it by 4 over 6, all I have to do is take the two top numbers, multiply and two bottom numbers, multiply 3 times 4 over 4 times 6. And that becomes 12 over 24. I can then simplify this by dividing the top and the bottom by 12, because that can simplify to exactly the same fraction, which is a half. Alright, so that's multiplying fractions. Let's try now. Let's suppose I got 6 over 8 times 4 over 5. Multiply across, 6 times 4, 8 times 5, 6 times 4 is 24, 8 times 5 is 40. Divide both of them by 2, you get 12 over 20 divided by 2 again, you get 6 over 10 divided by 2 again, becomes 3 over 5. Alright, so I'm just simply simplifying. I could go straight from there into that and simplify. Had I known to divide by 8, I didn't have to go through those simplification steps, but it's fine if I did. My final answer is going to be 3 over 5. Now, I'm going to try this question in a different way. So this is going to be taking part A and putting it, I'm going to multiply these two fractions in an easy way. Firstly, I can see that 4 and 4 can divide into each other. So 4 divides into 4 once at the top. And 3 divides into 6 twice. Over here, these numbers have disappeared. And over here, I'm left with 1 over 2. So the final answer would be 1 over 2. And this is just the second method. Let's try it with this one. 6 over 8 times 4 over 5. Because we multiply, we can simplify fractions like this. 6 over 8. I can simplify this fraction to become 3 over 4. If I divide the top and the bottom by 2. And I could then cancel the 4's after that. And that would end up as 3 over 5. Another possibility is to cancel across. 4 goes into 8 2 times. And then I'm left with 6 divided by 2, right? Which is going to be 3. 2 goes into 6 3 times. So I'm left with 3 over 5. Alright, if I simplify this, remember this was 3 over 4 times 4 over 5, and those two cancel, it means 3 over 5. To keep it simple. When I'm dividing fractions, I have to use the tip and times method. So if I've got 4 over 5 divided by 5 over 6, and I divide fractions, I take the second fraction and I flip it over. So 4 over 5 becomes 5 over 6 becomes 6 over 5. After I flip it over, I change it into multiply. So I change it into multiply. So you can see these two numbers flipped over and multiply. Now all I do is multiply. 4 times 6 over 5 times 5. And that becomes 24 over 25. Remember. Let's try one more. Last one, 3 over 2 divided by 6 over 8. This would be 3 over 2 times 8 over 6. That's 3 times 8 over 2 times 6, which is 24 over 12. In this case, it's equal to a nice whole number 2.